Here is a peek from the inside, and there is the window that I didn't cut out. Okay, so the other window is going to go here. So I'm scooched everything out of my way. I'm cutting the sheetrock out of the way. The window's not going to be that size. It's going to be that size, which is that size. But I need room to frame. So what I'm going to do is this stud is going to become the king stud. Next to that, we're going to start the header. I'm going to cut these studs out up here where the sheetrock ends and down where the sill is going to be. I'm going to have to add a stud in between these studs as a king stud. And next to that will be the cripple stud. And basically I'm going to make this look like that. And I can't remember. Yeah, I think there's some wiring here, but it's just in the rough in phase. Oh no, it's not. Well, we'll see. I might have to undo this wiring, pull it back, put the new stud in, drill it, and then run the wiring back in again. This goes outside to the power box for the AC unit. So, it wouldn't be that hard to unwire it, but I caulked everything. Maybe I could... Yeah, and I can't undo it from the breaker box because it was a real nightmare to run. It goes up the wall and over a main beam and down the other side. All right, I'll figure it out. You get the picture. You know what I mean. So I did the math, and I'm going to make a header out of this 2x8 with a 2x4 on top and a 2x4 on the bottom. So I took into account the garage door header, which is a 2x10 with a 2x4 on the bottom. And I want to end up the same place that I ended up here. So if I put a double 2x8 with a 2x4 on the top and the bottom, starting where the sheetrock ends, it'll end down here. It'll be the same height as that window. Don't take my word for it. You'll see. Alright, I got everything cut out of the way. I put a block in to catch the end of the header. I put another block in to catch the end of the header. I fixed up the insulation. And I'm actually going to build the header in place. So first thing first, I'm going to put a plate in and nail it into the ends of those studs. Okay, that's nailed up. Now I'm going to cut the double 2x8. Okay, the header is in. Now I will do the double sill and the cripple studs. I have decided I am not going to put a stud in. This span is so short with that double 2x8 that I think I'll be okay if I just put a cripple stud in against the wall there, put a cripple stud in against the wall there, put a cripple stud between here and there, and I'll put a stud where the window opening needs to be with a little pocket here. And that'll be that. I'll just cut some legs for under the sill and I'll notch them out so that they can accommodate the wiring. So this screw holds the power box for the air conditioner on. I'm going to go outside and back it out, because then when I put the sill in and I screw it back in, it'll be going into solid wood instead of just through that crappy OSB. Okay, got the bottom part of the sill in and nailed. I don't have the top part nailed yet, but that's coming. And then it will be time for the cripple stud here. Cripple stud there. Cripple stud there. Cripple stud here. And then a faux stud, which will make the window opening the correct size. You'll see. So I got the window framed out. And like I said, because of these cripple studs with the wires running through them, I thought my best course of action was just to go from that stud to this stud. Then I only had to make 2 cripple studs with notches and holes in them for the wiring. And then this is just here to catch the edge of the window. The header actually runs beyond that. And so that is opened up and ready to go. This one was already framed and ready to go. Slapped up this closet real quick. So this part of the floor is screwed down. And the rest of the floor can come up for the inspector to take a look. So I put insulation under there, but this is not insulated so that the inspector can take a look. Wiring's done. And we're ready to put some windows in. So I'll be cutting this out. Take the siding down outside, and then I'll cut this out. So I know that because of the screws from this box went into the lower sill of the window, and the wire for this receptacle is where it is, I know the window is roughly this area. So I'm going to try to pop this siding apart. There's 2 different style tools. I've got this siding tool, and this one's a little more heavy duty. But basically, you slip this. See, you can tell by this seam that there's an edge right here. And if you can slip this in, I'm trying to do it one-handed so that I can hold the camera. But basically, there we go. It'll help you get the siding open, and you can start right in the middle, popping it apart, instead of having to start at the top and remove it on your way down. So I'm going to pop this apart and put something behind it to keep it spaced out so that the saw blade from the reciprocating saw doesn't cut the siding up as I trim out the opening for the window. Okay, I find this very upsetting. Look how close this seam is to that seam, to this seam, to that seam, to that seam. These seams should not be within 3 inches of each other. This was really slapped up, poorly done. This seam is facing this way, which is good because looking from the road towards the backyard, this overlaps the edge of this piece. But this one is backward, so looking from the road, it looks like crap. It's just wrong. And wait till I show you the catastrophe on the other side that's been leaking and rotting the house out. People like this who do work like this should be round up and shot. It's a big FU to the homeowner and to whoever has to work on the house down the road. And it's very upsetting and angers me greatly. Okay, end of rant. Okay, I removed a good portion of the siding. I put the lowest pieces that I was able to completely remove on the bottom of the pile and stacked them up accordingly. I'm going to, I think, wind up pulling some of this siding down entirely and switching out these longer pieces for those shorter pieces to get those seams away from each other. So every other course I'll have to reverse. Hopefully, I don't know, it makes me wonder if they did anything on the house properly. It makes me doubt all their workmanship. But I'm going to go in the house now, and I'm going to put some screws through in the corners of the window frame I built. I'm going to screw them in till they just poke through the other side. Then I'm going to come out here and see what I got. And I can either jam wood blocks between the siding and the house to keep it away, or take down another piece. Whatever's necessary. We'll find out. Alright, I did the screws in each corner. Let's see where it wound up outside. Okay, we went high enough. I don't have to take any more siding off. There's the top screws. Let's see where the bottom screws came out. Oh, they're way low. I can't really take this piece down without removing this air conditioner box. Oops, I can see it's poking right there. It didn't quite come through, but there's a screw down there. And there's a screw over here. What to do, what to do. Well, I might not have a choice. I might just have to loosen up that air conditioner box. It's the only way I think I'm going to get the space I need. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I'm having a bit of deja vu here, guys. Get off of there. Okay. Now, can I tilt this down without destroying the silicone job? I guess if I gotta recaulk it, I gotta recaulk it. Alright, you guys don't need to see this.